What's up guys, Simply Coco here and welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and I will always respond to your comments. So today we're doing yet another apartment renovation. Today I'm doing something a little different that I've never seen before actually. I've gotten a lot of inspiration from Pinterest lately for this style of apartment. It's not based on one particular photo, it's just like a mixture of photos. And then I found the objects that worked best in The Sims. So as you can probably tell from the title, I am building a retro 80s apartment, studio apartment to be exact. And I'm building it renovating it on the 17 Culpeper House lot. This is, the lot trait that comes with it is the gremlins, but I found out that you actually can change those. I thought you couldn't, but you actually can. It kind of ends up being a really big studio apartment, but I think it works out the kind of layout I go for. You could easily make this a 2-bedroom apartment. It starts out as one, but it's literally one of the smallest apartments in the game. Other than the ones that are like really narrow and skinny, and I just didn't want to build in I just didn't want to do this style apartment in one of those. So in one of the skinny ones. But yeah, so in all of the reference photos that I looked at, they all had neon lights everywhere. Shout out Demi Lovato. Sorry, Neon Lights if you know the song. But yeah, they had neon lights everywhere. So I just literally just kind of stuck those about like around the place. And then other than that, the only other like thing I was going for was just really colorful. There's no clear color scheme. The color that's most prominent is probably like blues and teals and stuff like that. But there's not a clear color scheme. Like I'm not gonna say like, oh, I use blues and purples and reds and oranges. Like no, like it's just kind of all over the place. As you can see, there's like a teal refrigerator and a red stove. So sorry if you can hear rambunctiousness. It's my dog running into his doggy gate or door or whatever. Because I have a studio apartment, so the room is separated from the living room by just a dog gate. Because we don't trust him. But yeah, so as you can see, I put that like little old-timey TV on the counter. And I've been going with this new method of furnishing when I do anything, and I go room by room. So I furnish every single room and then I go back and clutter it. And that just works for me because I'm the type of builder that loves to jump around a lot and just go like room to room to room to room, just constantly. And in a speed build that can get kind of crazy when you're watching it. So I have started this new method where I just furnish every room and then go back and clutter them, and then that way you get kind of two looks at the room. So you just saw me place the dining room table. Those pink chairs are actually supposed to be kids room chairs, but it's the only pink chair that had that color. Every other pink chair was either purple or hot pink or just like ugly fuchsia color. That was literally the only chair that gave me the pink that I wanted. And then I'm furnishing kind of the living room area now. Every photo I saw had these like very, I think now we would call them modern, but these like modern crazy shaped like tables and stuff. So that's why I used that table that has the other boxy TV on it. And as you can see, I did put the giant arcade game in here. The reason being is because in a lot of the reference photos I found, there was an arcade game of some type literally in them all. There was one in like every single room. But when I went to take the screenshots, I like to, when YouTubers, I can't speak, sorry. When YouTubers take their screenshots, I'm pretty sure most of us go into live mode and then do the tab view, because that's just the best and most realistic way to get the screenshot. And the very first thing my sim did when I moved her in, the very first thing she did was went to play that game. And I didn't realize this, but the game stays on. It does not turn off. It literally just stays on. Because, if you were at an actual arcade, the game doesn't turn off. It just stays on and it just plays like a little preview of the game until someone comes and actually plays it. So if you can deal with the noise, feel free to leave it in here. But if it gets too annoying, you'd have to delete it and put something else there. You could just put like a little table and then clutter the table up, or put not another, because this isn't one, but put a skill building item, because there aren't many skill building items on this in this apartment. So yeah, if you don't want the game to constantly be running, just delete it, or put it in put it in your Sim's inventory and put like a skill building item or something there. But you did see me furnish the bedroom. It kind of went by kind of fast. I do apologize for the sporadicness. I don't like I don't like apartment renovations to be over 15 minutes long. So in order to achieve that, I had to speed it up, more than you guys would probably like. I do appreciate your feedback, and I'm trying to do better about the sporadic movements and stuff. I do try and, pick a spot, stay there, furnish as much as I can in that view, and then move on. So you do have some moments of stillness. But now I'm working on the bathroom area, because it's like two separate rooms. And this is when I started furnishing this is when I decided that this apartment is actually kind of too big to be a studio. But I end up making it work, and I'm proud of it. I'm happy with it. I had fun building this. But like in my apartment, I have a studio apartment, and when we walk into our bathroom, it's just counter space and the sink first. And then you walk into a separate room that has the toilet and the shower. It's not as big as this, but I filled the space by putting this closet in here. I put that in here because some apartments do have, like, at least I think I've seen this. Some apartments do have closets in the bathrooms. And if it's not a closet, it can just be like a cabinet where where she can keep extra towels, extra soaps, toothpaste, just stuff like that, that would go in a bathroom. And I did end up moving the washer and dryer into the bathroom just to fill up more of the space. Then I gave her a broom and a ironing board. Again, I'm really sorry if you can hear my cat and dog. They're tussling right now, but I don't feel like redoing this voiceover, so I'm not going to. So I'm holding the mic as close to my mouth as possible without it seeming like I'm yelling. So hopefully you can't hear them, but if you can, I'm really sorry. But yeah, now I'm just trying to find a way to fill up the bathroom as much as possible, because it was a humongous bathroom. Like, just imagine if that wall wasn't right there, that would be a huge bathroom. But I wanted, when I realized how big the bathroom is, I wanted to turn this into a 2-bedroom apartment. But I was like already, filming it or whatever, and was halfway done, or was pretty much done except for clutter. So I was like, no, that would just be too much to go back and change. So it does end up being a 1-sim apartment. I imagine I don't really have a clear storyline for this sim. I do imagine it being a girl, just simply because of the colors. Maybe she can have a boyfriend or something, but since she couldn't have a roommate, I decided to give her a little dog. So there are items in here for a pet if you want to move your sim in and give them a pet. So there are some items for a dog, so that she's not alone. But it doesn't have to be a girl. It can be a guy, whether he's straight, gay, bisexual, whatever. Literally, whatever kind of sim you want living here, it will work. It's just very bright and colorful. And then in the screenshots, you will see that I did change the lighting in here to be more purpley blue. So the light in the kitchen, I think, is a blue color. The light in the kitchen, I think I make a blue color, and then the lights everywhere else, I make them more of a purple color. So that gives it more of the effect that I was going for, or that I saw in the reference photos, and it gave it more of a neon effect, because the photos I was looking at, like I started looking at first when I came up with the idea to build this, I was looking up 80s retro decor. And then within looking at those photos, these neon rooms came up, and that's what they were called on Pinterest, neon rooms. And yeah, they were still 80s, but they were just neon rooms. And so that's where all the neons come from. But the neons in this game don't really produce a whole lot of light, especially when there's a whole bunch of other lights around it, like ceiling lights and lamps and stuff. So what I did to fix that, or give it the illusion that the neon lights were actually producing a lot of light, was I changed the light colors. So that's why I changed the light colors. You'll see in the screenshots, it just kind of brings this whole build to life. Honestly, I don't think I would have liked it if the lights stayed white. But when I changed the colors, it made it literally perfect. Because I was never fully sold on the floor I chose or the wallpaper, but the lighting makes it work, at least in my opinion. Feel free to let me know in the comments. But yeah, so yeah, no particular storyline for the sim that lives here. Excuse me, I wouldn't even necessarily say like this is actually like in the 80s. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't say like the sim that lives here, like if I were to do a let's play or something, I wouldn't set that let's play in the 80s, because then I'd have to renovate the entire town to look like the 80s. So I just imagine it's a sim. She's probably a young adult, just got out of college, and she just really enjoys the aesthetic of 80s decorations, you know, and the whole neon and colorful and just all of that. Maybe she does have a boyfriend, and maybe he absolutely hates it and he never comes over because he can't stand the color. He always wants her at her house. I mean, he always wants her at his house instead. Yeah, maybe that can cause some drama or something between them. I don't know. I just always like to have storylines with my builds. But with this build, I just didn't. Usually my storylines come to me as I'm building. I don't really go into it with one. Just as I'm building it, the storyline comes to me. But now I'm just putting blinds. I put blinds instead of curtains because I just felt that would be a little more realistic. But yeah, as you can see, the screenshots are rolling, and now you can see the purple lighting. I really enjoy this lighting. I hope you like it too. But yeah, that's the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.